Warm greetings. I am Dr. R.Madhu from Department of Business Administration, PG from Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. So today I'll present a case study on US-China trade war, which has significantly reshaped the global trade dynamics over the past few years. In 2018, the United States and China entered in the trade war, which involved imposing the tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods. This trade conflict was sparked by an issue such as intellectual property theft, trade imbalances, and unfair trade practices, and its ripple the effects are still felt across the global economy. The core issue at the hand is that taxes placed on the uh, extended beyond on the targeted countries, affecting not such government revenues but also the business consumers and global supply chain. The key impact on trade import export operations are the impossible of tariffs during the US China trade war has significant implications for export import operations and impacting companies in both countries and beyond. Let's break this down in a few key points. Distribution of supply chain. One of the most intimated effects of the tariff was the disruptions of supply chain. Many companies they previously relied the low cost imports from the China suddenly faced higher costs due to the tariffs, and these incense US manufacturing sources components from China has either absorbed the extra cost or pass it on the consumer, both of which impacted their profitability and competitiveness. Some companies began shifting their supply chain to other countries such as Vietnam, Mexico, or India to avoid the tariffs. This reconfiguration added complexity to the import export process as a business had to deal with new supplier logistics challenges and increased lead times. Next, the change in export strategies. US exporters, especially in sectors like agriculture, automotive, and technology, also face significant changes. For example, China imposed tariffs on US agricultural products such as soybean, pork, and wine. This led to a sharp decline in the export from the US to China as Chinese buyers turned to alternative sources. In response of US farmers and manufacturers took a new market, but this was not always easy as Chinese market is one of the largest and most luxurious and lucrative market in the world. And additionally, the trade war led to uncertainty in pricing, which made long term planning more difficult for exporters. The impact of prices in the consumer behavior. Another significant consequence of the trade war was its impact on prices. As tariffs were imposed on China goods entering the US, the cost of consumer products such as electronics, clothing, and machinery increased. US consumers faced higher prices for products that had been sourced from China, while US businesses, particularly those in retail and manufacturing, had to grapple with rise of input costs. The result was the decrease in the consumer spending and slowdown in business investment, which further hindered the growth of both US and China economy. So, the long term effectiveness of strategic adjustments by the trade war has led to a short term distributions. Its long term effect on the export import operations are still unfolding. In the long run, many companies have learned to adapt to the changing environment by diversifying the suppliers and investing the automotive and exploring a new market. For example, some US companies that were heavily dependent on Chinese manufacturing began looking to relocate the production to the other Asian countries, reducing their reliance on China and mitigating the risk associated with the further traffic hires. And in the conclusion, the US China trade war serves as a significant case study of how trade fairs can dispute the export import operations. The trade war highlighted the global supply chains and the complexity of trade relationships and the importance of flexibility in business strategies. While the direct effect of the tariffs have been challenging for many businesses, the long term adjustments made by exporters and importers show resilient companies can be when faced with trade uncertainty. As a globe trade continues to evolve, it's an easily for the business to stay informed about political and economic developments, understand the legal implications of trade policies, and to be prepared by the adapt the operations to remain competitive in an increasingly complex, interconnected global market. Thank you.